Good morning, everyone. It is a privilege to welcome you all today to this very special occasion, the groundbreaking of the Aiken Technical College Nursing Education Center. This moment marks more than the start of a construction of a new building. It is the beginning of a new chapter in our commitment to educating the next generation of healthcare professionals who will serve our community with skill, compassion, and dedication. This project would not be possible without the unwavering support and collaboration of many key partners. And it's important to note that if you look around this campus, the transformation taking place is based upon partnership. In addition to this building that we're about to break the ground for, we've got a renovation of our new administration building, plus the building of a nearly 100,000 square foot new career and technology center in partnership with the Aiken County School District. And none of that and none of this today would have been possible without the partnerships that we formed. We extend our heartfelt thanks first to the Aiken County Legislative Delegation, members of whom are with us today: Representative Bill Hickson, Representative Bill Taylor, Senator Shane Massey, and Representative Melissa Remus. And we will hear shortly from our chair, Senator Tom Young. In addition, we want to recognize Aiken County Council for their vision and support in helping bring this project to life. Landon Ball is in the audience, and we also have with us Chairman Gary Bunker. It is the belief of all of you individuals the power of education and the importance in preparing a strong healthcare workforce has been essential in us getting this day. We also wish to recognize Senator Lindsey Graham's office for their advocacy and ongoing engagement at the federal level to support initiatives that enhance local education and healthcare infrastructure. William Smith is with us from Senator Graham's office today. I want to also extend a sincere thank you to Aiken Regional Medical Centers, whose partnership has been instrumental in aligning our academic programs with the needs of the healthcare industry. Your commitment to advancing patient care in our region continues to inspire the work we do every day. We also want to extend a great deal of thanks to our donors who supported us through the foundation and throughout their efforts to help fund not only the building but also the equipment. And finally, I extend a special thanks to the area commissioners, my fellow administrators, but most importantly the faculty and staff of Aiken Technical College. Your passion, expertise, and tireless work are the foundation of this institution. This new center is not just a space, it is a tribute to your ongoing efforts to shape the future of nursing education in our region. Together, we are not just building a facility, we're investing in people and opportunity and a healthier future for our entire community. Thank you for being here to celebrate this exciting milestone. Now we will have some remarks from Senator Tom Young.
I want to thank everybody for being here despite the rain. We've come a long way to today, to seeing this groundbreaking become a reality. And before I talk briefly about what we had to kind of overcome to get here, I do want to just point out some of the key folks that have played a real important role in us securing the funding for this. And as Forrest said, we want to recognize our legislative delegation, the team that I'm fortunate to lead. We have on the front row here Senator Massey, Representative Taylor, Representative Remus, and Representative Hickson. Along with them, we have Representative Clyburn. And at the time that we secured the funds for this project, it was Representative Blackwell. And many of you know Bart Blackwell. He retired from legislative service at the end of last year, was replaced by Charlie Harks, who's now the House member for District 81. And Charlie was on the commission here at Aiken Tech when we were working to secure the funds for this project. So Charlie helped us in a different role than he is now, but he did play an important role in helping us. And then Senator Setzler, who retired last year, was on our delegation when we secured these funds. And then Senator Hutto, who's now on our delegation, he played an important role too, because he helped us in getting the pot of money from which we were able to secure the funds. And I'm going to talk about that in just a moment, about that pot of money. I also want to give a shout out to the Aiken Technical College Commission. I see several folks from the commission here today, and also I want to thank them for their service and the time that they commit to serving Aiken Technical College, this region, and our county. And I want to thank Forrest Mahan, Dr. Mahan, and his leadership team, and all of those here at Aiken Technical College who work every day to meet the education needs for the citizens of Aiken County and our region when it comes to technical college education. So I talked about the pot of money. And some of you may be wondering what that was. So if you go back to 2020, there was a settlement announced between the federal government and the Savannah and the state of South Carolina, and it was called the Savannah River Site Settlement, and or plutonium settlement. It's got different names, but the bottom line, it was a $600 million settlement, and several of us on the delegation were present at the State House in late August of 2020 when Attorney General Wilson announced the settlement. And I know that before I could leave the parking garage, my phone was blowing up with people calling about projects that they wanted to be considered for funding out of this enormous amount of money that Aiken County and the region were going to get from this settlement. Well, it didn't necessarily work that we were going to automatically receive an enormous pot of money. In fact, it took our delegation nearly 2 years working together around the clock for day after day, week after week, month after month. And finally, in early, I think it was mid-June of 2022, the General Assembly passed this 2022-2023 South Carolina state budget. In that budget, we had an allocation of funding that distributed the settlement funds from the 2020 settlement. And of that amount, nearly $170 million of it were going to projects within Aiken County. Over $40 million of those dollars are being invested right here on the Aiken Technical College campus. And $11.5 million is the nursing center investment, and over $30 million of it is the career and technology center investment. And we were here for the ribbon cutting on that, or I mean the groundbreaking on that last year. I think it was may have been last May. So those two investments will be transformative for our region and for the county of Aiken and its citizens for generations to come. And I do want to tell you that while the Career Center was an easy sell with our colleagues in Columbia, the Nursing Center, as I recall, it started out, and we had targeted it as one of our asks. It started out that we were pretty behind the 8 ball, as I recall, in the funding early on in the 2021 session. Forrest can correct me, but I think it was, and Representative Taylor and Representative Hickson and Representative Aremus probably remember, in the House, I think initially it was pretty low, what was allocated to the nursing center, and there was a good bit of concern about that. But our delegation worked together as a team. You can't get anything done unless you work together as a team in Columbia. And a sole individual cannot get anything usually done by him or herself. But we work together as a team, and we're very honored to be able to be here today for this important groundbreaking. Now, why do we have this nursing center? And I remember when Forrest came to us and said, we really need to invest with a nursing center, new center on Aiken Tech's campus. And we talked about the needs for the region and the county, and really the two-state region as far as nursing needs. And I remember that there were projections in like 2030 that were going to be, the state of South Carolina needed at least 10,000 more nurses. I think it was 2035, there were 13,000 more nurses needed. And so once we were able to share that story with others in leadership, we were able to get the numbers up for this specific allocation of the settlement funds. And as I said, we are very proud to be able to be here today for this groundbreaking, to see this come to fruition. The nursing needs for Aiken County and the greater region that includes Edgefield and Barnwell, the central Savannah River area, we have really very substantial growth occurring. We have a large number of seniors moving to our region. Our population is growing older, and so there is a need for nurses. And this investment in our county and in our region will serve the needs of future generations and meeting that need that we have, and we're very proud to be part of it. This is an investment for the future, And we want to thank you for giving each of us the opportunity to serve in Columbia and to be able to be part of this and to be able to say that we were able to make a difference in bringing back these dollars to be invested on this campus for this purpose. Thank you very much.
I seem to recall a story that the budget came out one day and the nursing building wasn't in it. I don't believe initially, as you mentioned, and I started making some phone calls, and I think all the delegation members happened to be together, and I kept blowing up each phone right down the line, and they elected Bill Clyburn to call me back and explain what happened. And so nonetheless, we pulled it together, and I want to thank all of you again for your support. Now we will hear from Chairman Gary Bunker.
All right, thank you, Dr. Mahan. On behalf of the Aiken County Council, we recognize this is a tremendous day in the history of Aiken Technical College with the groundbreaking for the Nursing Education Center. I do want to take this opportunity to recognize Landon Ball again, who's our newest member of the Aiken County Council team. Thank you, Landon, for being here also and backing me up if I couldn't be here. I also do want to recognize Aiken Mayor Teddy Milner, who is here also, and North Augusta Mayor Britton Williams and Will Williams from the Economic Development Partnership. Again, the support of the elected officials here is really critical for the success of our mission here at Aiken Technical College. Certainly, Aiken County Council is pleased with the ongoing partnership we have with Aiken Technical College. We know that this is just a tremendous asset for Aiken County, particularly in terms of job training and bringing people into the workforce with critical skills. We know that this new facility with the greater throughput of registered nurses and LPNs is going to help meet our local demand for healthcare professionals. There's never enough, and the more that we can grow internally, the better off we're going to be as a community. So hopefully, if all goes well, Dr. Mahan, according to the schedule, maybe by the end of next year, we'll have this beautiful new facility in place, and certainly it was a team effort. So the Aiken County Council salutes Dr. Mahan and his crew, salutes the commission, and most importantly, the legislative delegation for all you've done to support that. And speaking of delegation, I do want to, second what Senator Young was talking about the plutonium settlement funds. I remember very well the amount of work we had, the conference calls, the project lists, hearing everything that was going back and forth during that period of time, what other parts of the state wanted, what other counties in the local area wanted, who was going to be included, who was not, and for what. So the leadership of Senator Young and the rest of the delegation has just been phenomenal. I think Aiken County, we're sort of a medium-sized county in the state legislature, but I think we punch far heavier than our weight class would indicate. So on behalf of the Aiken County Council, great news today, and look forward to the groundbreaking. Thank you all.
And now we will hear from CEO of Aiken Regional Medical Centers, Mr. Matt Merrifield.
Well, good morning, everybody. Dr. Mahan said I have about 15 minutes here to speak. I told him I thought that was a lot for the hospital administrator, but he assured me it was okay. But no, all kidding aside, it's great to be here today. What an exciting day. I was just sitting here listening to some of the discussion from Senator Young, Chairman Bunker, and it just reminds me why this place is so special, and it's because we have the ability to work together. I tell you, the company that owns Aiken Regional is a national company and really international. And when I talk to some of my colleagues about the partnerships that we've been able to develop here, it's something that they really salivate over because they don't have that level of connection in their communities. And so I just got to start off by saying we are so lucky to have the level of leadership and community that we have in Aiken, South Carolina. A couple of things from our end. First, I want to acknowledge my team, the back couple rows over here, a number of our nursing leaders, our physician leaders, and I think that hopefully that shows the community on how excited we are at Aiken Regional for this new development. I think Senator Young mentioned we've got a shortage right now of about 6,000 nurses across the state, projected to be about 18,000 in the next 10 years. And we know we're in one of the fastest growing regions of the country. And so that's only going to make this shortage get more and more challenging. And so I applaud the vision of Dr. Mahan, Dr. Williams, all of the legislative team, everybody that helped bring this to fruition today, because we're ahead of the game in getting a new facility set up for training. I had the ability to go to one of our larger institutions in the state last week at a meeting, and we were talking about the number of needs that we had in nursing across the state, and they weren't making the same level of investment as we are here. And part of the reason is it's expensive. It's much easier, much cheaper to train other disciplines that are out there. And so again, I just applaud this team's discipline and commitment to doing what we need to do to make sure that our region is taken care of for the long term. The other thing I'd say is, going back to Dr. Mahan and his team, the South Carolina Hospital Association actually just brought on Dr. Tim Hardy, who oversees the state technical college system, onto our board. Because what we've seen across the state is where there have been these partnerships developed, so many of the students have been able to stay in the communities, and so we're looking to see what else we can do to strengthen that. And I had to tell them we're trendsetters in Aiken, South Carolina, so we're very excited about that. But I think this new building is not only going to enhance the level of training that the nurses and their counterparts are getting coming out, but also it's going to attract new people into the field, because this is the type of state-of-the-art facility that new clinicians want to be trained in. And so for us to be able to offer that right here in Aiken is just a special thing. So I could not be more proud to be here in front of you. I look forward to hopefully recruiting a number of these nurses over to join our organization, and we're just very humbled to be part of what just is an absolutely exceptional community. So with that, I say thank you, and let's have a great rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. That's why I seated you next to Dr. Williams, so you guys could build that relationship. Next up, Dr. Hannah Williams, the Dean of our School of Nursing, will have a few remarks. And I think she's the one that's most excited, along with our other fellow nursing instructors, about this building.
Yes, I am truly, indeed, excited about today and what is yet to come. So I would like to say, first of all, good morning to each and every one of you. On behalf of the Nursing Education Division here at Aiken Technical College, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome each of you to this truly momentous occasion. We are honored to have so many distinguished guests, community leaders, and partners joining us here today as we celebrate the groundbreaking of our future Nursing Education Center. We extend our deepest gratitude to the state of South Carolina and our legislative champions for their visionary leadership and generous funding, which has made this new facility possible for each and every one of us. Your investment is not just in bricks and mortar. It is an investment in the health and the well-being of the Aiken community for generations to come. This future space represents more than just a building. It symbolizes an opportunity. It will provide state-of-the-art learning environments where our future nurses can grow, they can thrive, and prepare to serve with skill and compassion. With the critical shortage of healthcare workers, which we've all heard about, both locally and nationally, this center is a beacon of hope and progress. We are also excited about the opportunities that lie ahead for continued philanthropic partnerships, from advanced simulation labs and clinical equipment to scholarships and innovative programming. There is still so much to be done, and we invite you to be a part of this journey. Together, we are not just educating students, we are shaping the future of healthcare in our region. Thank you. Thank you for your belief in our mission. And thank you for standing with us as we turn our vision into a reality. So again, welcome. And let's continue to build a healthier tomorrow together. Welcome.
Before I call Joe Lewis up, I want to recognize Bill Winley, who is the vice chair of our commission, Ms. Kiata Priester, secretary, and Ms. Teresa Haas, who is ex officio members. Their support of me and our staff have been immeasurably helpful in us getting this job done. So thank you for your support. And also Paul Hanna. How could I forget Paul? He's right there. He's in the hospital. He's always telling us his HR needs, and we are ready to go. So thank you. All right, next up is Joe Lewis. He is the chair of the Aiken County Commission for Technical and Comprehensive Education. He will do our closing remarks. We will then follow that with a groundbreaking, and then we will have a rotation of individuals who'd like to get their hands on the shovel, take some pictures, and we'll be ready to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mahan. Good morning, everyone. Well, I see I'm standing between everyone and the refreshments, so I promise you I'll be brief. On behalf of the Aiken Technical College Commission, I want to take just a moment to reflect on what this groundbreaking represents. Not just for Aiken Technical College, but for our entire community. Today marks the beginning of something that is truly transformative, an investment in the future of healthcare education, and more importantly, in the success of the future nurses who will serve our region and beyond. The new Nursing Education Center will empower our students with state-of-the-art facilities, hands-on experience, and the kind of training that is essential to meet the ever-evolving needs of healthcare. It is a testament to our commitment to excellence in education, the health and well-being of our community, and the bright future ahead for the field of nursing. And I want to express my sincere gratitude to everyone who made today possible. Our administration, our faculty, staff, community leaders, donors, and our partners. This milestone was made possible by your hard work, your support, and unwavering belief in the power of education. And I also want to say a special word of thanks to our Aiken County Legislative Delegation, who was successful in obtaining the matching funds that will make this facility a reality. And let's just be clear, if not for their efforts, we would not be here today. Together, we're creating an environment where students will have the tools and the resources they need to become compassionate, skilled healthcare workers. As we break ground today, we also break ground in our mission to foster innovation, collaboration, and progress in healthcare education. I look forward to seeing how this center will shape the lives of our students and enhance the quality of care provided to our community for generations to come. Thank you again for being here today and for your continued support of Aiken Technical College and most importantly, our students. We're excited about what lies ahead and we're proud to embark on this next journey together with all of you. Let's continue to build a bright future together. Thank you very much.
One more individual I'd like to recognize is Ms. Dara Glass. She is the chair this year of our Aiken Technical College Foundation. Private donors are going to be invaluable to us, have been for scholarships and equipment and other capital campaigns, and we want to thank them for their continued support because we need all the different resources pulling together. Now it is time to proceed to the groundbreaking, so if our group here would come forward, we will get our shovels, get a few pictures in, and we'll move forward. Thank you.